Why are so many of us stuck in the same line, waiting for the right moment, following the same steps everyone else is taking, and hoping something extraordinary will just happen to you? If you wait for your future to just drop in your lap, it will. But it won't be the future you dream of. It'll be the one you're stuck with, not the one you chose, even though that was, in itself, your choice. If you're trying to change your life or the world, you won't get there by following the crowd. You never will. No one wins a race by matching the speed of everybody else the entire time. So let's talk about what it really takes to win the race, to break free, and to stand out. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear challenge, some practical advice, but know this, watching this video without action is just more escapism. Section 1. Different. You can't become someone new by clinging to the same old routines, thoughts, or habits. You have to do something you've never done. Be someone you've never been. Real change means you have to really change. I know that sounds obvious. I know it sounds straightforward, but let's be honest here. How many of you actually have done it? There are those who believe you don't change. People can't change. You just become more of who you truly are. Something I refuse to believe in. Most people, if you ask me, want to change, but they stay stuck because they're not willing to be the change. It requires sacrifice. Too many people wait for permission, for inspiration, for someone to tell them exactly what to do and how to do it and when to do it. These people wait for a moment that's never gonna come. If you want to stand out, if you want to step away from the crowd, you have to step away from what is comfortable. You have to be bold. You have to be unique. You have to be different. Section 2. Creativity. The line to change is longer than your lifetime, yet here we wait, single file. If you're waiting your turn, and you're willing to wait, and you're following the same rules and steps as everybody else, you'll never get there. The people who truly stand out, the ones who leave a legacy, they don't wait in line. They may have patience, they don't wait in line. They find a way to cut it, or better yet, they create their own path entirely. No, not by cheating, by thinking differently, by refusing to accept that the only way forward is the way everyone else is going, and daring to ask how could it be done differently. It's like that, it's not even part of the script. It's like that Henry Ford quote. If I asked people what they wanted, they would have told me faster horses. This man created the car. You have to be willing to think outside the box. Where do you want to excel? Where do you want to stand out? How can it be done differently? How can you make your mark? This is an important step to separating yourself from the masses. Section 3. Action. As good of a start as creativity is, having a good idea on its own isn't enough. It's not nearly enough. This is where courage comes in. Yes, you'll face resistance. People will question you. Hell, you'll question yourself. But ask yourself, what's scarier to you? Taking a leap of faith in yourself and risking failure, or refusing to leap at all and guaranteeing it? That comforting what if? The idea that maybe you could succeed if only you really tried. It's a comforting feeling, but it's just self-sabotage disguised as hope. Fear of failure is normal. It's part of taking risk, but success is walked with failure. Failures that lead to lessons, while regret is not walked at all with procrastination and leads to nothing special. Fear and failure are natural companions on the road to success, but the real challenge is summoning the courage to take that first small step and then the next. That's what separates dreamers from doers. But let's dive further into that. Section 4. Small steps. Let's address something important here. Bold change, the change I'm referring to, does not mean taking massive leaps. If you try a massive leap too soon, and what I mean by that is trying to 180 your life completely overnight, one moment. If you try to do that, you'll fall right back into the abyss and right back to the end of that line, that very line you were trying to escape. Every bold move begins with a single decision. So take a deep breath. Think about what you really want to do and just start. Not tomorrow, not what feels safe, right now. Tomorrow is tomorrow's tomorrow. It always will be. Momentum builds with small, consistent action. Maybe it's sending that email, signing up for that class, or just writing down the first step of your plan. Small steps can take you far while keeping you balanced, while keeping you away from burning out, while keeping you away from the abyss. You can't jump out of the abyss, you gotta slowly climb. But if you give up halfway through and let go, everything was meaningless. Big transformations are built on the foundation of small, steady steps. It's like starting to build Legos. You don't jump to the last page and figure it out from there. That's what the instructions are for. You start with step 1 and then 2, and you build slowly but deliberately toward your goal. Section 5. Advice. The problem with me trying to offer advice here is I can't really tell you what small steps look like for you. We all are at different parts of our own path. For me to say you just need to do X, Y, and Z and you are good is not my point. If I was able to offer one piece of advice, it would be this. Think about what you know you should be doing differently and then say, screw it, let's do that. No hesitation, no half measures. Do not confuse this with trusting your impulses. Trust your instincts. They'll guide you towards growth. But if you do confuse it with impulses, they will lead you astray. Will you get it right the first time? I can give you a hint. But that's okay. That's not the point either. The point is, this is how you get the ball rolling, is just by trying. It takes effort, consistent effort. It's like quitting a game because you can't beat a boss level. Even though you can go level up first and try again, you instead quit for something easier. Failure isn't the end. It's the path to growth. Without it, you'll never improve, and honestly, there would be no need to. If you can't take action on what you know you need to do, no advice I give will help. The person you want to become is already within you, but it's up to you whether they emerge from the cocoon or wither away unseen. Take a moment to reflect. Write down your thoughts on this, and if you feel ready, share it in the comments below. Let this be the moment for you that you decide to take that first step, because that's your choice. Just know that choosing not to act is a choice to stay where you are. Until next time, make wise choices.